Your garden. I'm so glad you're here today. I want to bring something very quickly before we start enjoying these festivities. Those of you that are longtime Lower East Siders always know that we're always in a battle to make sure that we can hold on to our gardens and hold on to our space. So I'm so glad we're able to have this space with you today. But I'd like you, when you have a chance, to put your attention towards lungs.org, our website, and I believe you'll be able to ascertain a place where you can sign up saying that you'd like our gardens to stay safe and that they're important to you. I've learned from the past, if we don't speak up, someone else will speak up for us. So without further ado, please enjoy this afternoon. Thank you so much, Rickford.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you, Ricky. I'm going to do my mantra now. Why have we gathered here, you may ask yourself, or you may ask myself, and I will now give you the answer. Within this reading and musical performances you are about to see, there is a secret message. If one combines all the words and also musical notes, it will be clear to you. We will discuss this after the show is over. In the meantime, please accept my rather agnostic blessings. Thank you. First reader, he's going to be dressed as a tomato split for Halloween, Bob Holman. Woo!
Hello. It's a beautiful day. The days of awe, the days between Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur, right? And also it feels just like 9/11 to me. You know, just about as beautiful a day as you could possibly have. This is a theme song I wrote with Ann Rauer. We're bringing down the house. We got a brand new mouse. The last one was a louse. So button up your blouse. It's cold inside. They folded in the skyline, paved over new Broadway. The stuff is here. Can you come right over? Bring the cash. Goodbye. Click. That's so-and-so. Your animal magnetism is so attractive to cats. Living in carports and airports, the Twin Towers make originality obsolete. Originality obsolete. The heart is overestimated, so we're bringing down the house. We got a brand new mouse. The last one was a louse, so button up your blouse, baby. It's cold inside. Woo. And here's another theme song. It's called A-Bomb Your Mom Mom. Yelling, screaming, that's my mama, that's my mama. What she wants to say today, no way to say no drop. And A-Bomb, your mom takes a peach of a girl to destroy the whole world. But don't hear her anyway, she ate today. Do it this way, please more this way. Day today, no way to say no, drop. And A-Bomb, your mom takes a peach of a girl to destroy the whole world. But bump. Oh, okay. I'm wearing Steve Cannon's beads because Sparrow told us to be in our sartorial splendor. Actually, he didn't say that. That was Filip Marinovich who reminded me about what it is. So I thought I'd read this for Steve Cannon, who, if you don't know, was the only admittedly blind art dealer on the Lower East Side. His organization, the Gathering of the Tribes. After a hard rain, He's gone from the hillside that demands reparation. He's gone from the interchange that never stops changing. He's gone from the poem that will never be spoken. He's gone from the gathering where all tribes are represented. He's gone from the future that he was already living. He's gone from the emails that delete before receiving. He's hammering the verses on whalebone and cardboard. He's drifting in consciousness where no one can find him. He's hearing your words before you can speak them. He's making love in the sunshine with sunshine sisters and brothers. He's inventing new ways for art galleries to blast off. He can't believe he has to repeat his slogans of simplicity. He refuses to understand your systems of logic. He matches your bet and he raises your ante. He manifests his destiny inside of a flower. He takes truth to the limits and leaves us there gasping. He can't stop the world, so the world closes around him. He ran off with his lover when no one was watching. He climbed the tall mountains and fished us from deep waters. He lifted up the wasted and wanted the wanted. His victory will always be us just sitting around. Time is an anchor he tossed overboard. Equality was his breath. He breathed it continuously. There was something about him that we'll never know. He was that way in all ways, and we always knew. He never let on, and we'll never know. His boots were leaking. His body was swaying. They stopped his breath, but his beat keeps beating. His life was the question that answered the answer. His rigorous approach was masked in a carnival. Shut up, you dullards, and give him the floor, and give him the ceiling. The windows, the door, and the tribes are all gathering. He belongs to them all, and stay out of his way as he mows us all down, and he keeps on walking as we all lie down. And we kneel at his gravestone, but don't heed his demands. He was asking of us to give the way he did. Now you must decide how your life you will live. He had nothing to die for, but he died for us anyway. He had everything to live for, but he gave it all away. Now that it's over, he says, you begin. Now that he's gone, you welcome him in. There's no one like him, so it must be him. And the tribes are all gathering, and we sit on the rim, on the edge, on the verge. As we gather around him, your communities need you, and Steve is beside you. Ride off in the sunset and pull the night o'er you. Take off your blinders, sing a new horizon. There's nothing more to say, so now go ignore him. And he keeps it going in the silence that follows. In the silence that follows, he keeps going on. So, I was just in a play called Slap. It was about David Brylyuk, the Ukrainian futurist poet and painter, at the new old performance space on 9th Street called the East Village Basement, across from Veselka's there, down in the basement. It's where Ellen Stewart started La Mama in 1961, and the play is going to come back in January, so I want you all to come see it. Especially Ricky, you know. Okay, let's see. So I'm going to do a love poem, and then I'm going to ask Rachel to come up here, and we're going to do this song that we've been rehearsing for since Sparrow got lost today. This one's called You Are the Corner of My Eye. You are my rent-a-poem. You are love jungle, yo-yo, hula hoop. You are my closing costs, my plasma vibrator, my single malt. You are my Tampa manatee. You are my occupy. You are an eucalyptus octopus and a haircut on an autumn day. Also submarine. So reality check. You. Oh, that's who. The Temple of Shenanigans, also known as Shenanigan Temple. The complete works, the leftovers. You are what I've been waiting for, and now I'll never wait anymore. Dream baby, you are, and indefatigable, that too. And you are the cream in my coffee, and you are the one, and you are my everything, and you are everything I could hope for, and still you are more, and still you keep coming. You're coming like a river, like a torrent. torrent like an all-day lollipop where every day is today. You're the castle of doubt on the plain of forgetfulness. You are one more and able to laugh it off. My sunshine, that's what you are. A rocking chair and a band-aid, violin, castanets, and elusive perfume. You are all history. You are breakfast, and you're on your way, and all I can do is list, name, and hand out passports because you are who you are in a way that is all your way, and which, as a poet trying to set it down, failure, I am a failure, and that you will always be something to me, both bedrock and ineluctable, a passion of opposition and an unchecked probity of probability, and yet a chemical formula not to be tested, the Higgs boson. That's it, exactly, a gluon, a ramshackle melody, a forgotten memory that never happened. And when all is said and done, actually, nothing was said and nothing was done. And that's why I keep writing, endlessly penning, because that's who you are. And when I stop, surprise, you are the surprise. Yes, you are inching to the summit, the chocolate razor, the tadpole's pole, and the gate to the fields of the Lord. I sing your praises, and the answer is more like a light fog saxophone, a kingdom come revelation, a hunch that blossoms to birth a new species, an appointment for lunch, some nectar in a tube, a pillow. Like the new language you are. If I could write that, I would. You in a race car, a pendulum, a fire tower, a blimp, a pothole, Narcissus, an a cappella cantabile, a big bucket of milk. I run alongside you, but can't keep up with you. Your tap dancing shadow, your clothing made of earth and spit. But I know you, and when you wish me happy birthday, I trade it for yours. You not growing old, you everlasting, you infinity, you. So, while Rachel's coming up here, I'm going to do this quick poem, but it's an audio. Oh, Jane! Ha ha ha! This is so much fun. Didn't see her. Don't look. Don't turn around, anybody. Okay. Now I'm going to do this audience participation number. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to call it sort of like the Occupy thing. I'll say it, and then you say it back, and then we're going to all say it together without any interference from you know who. Okay, it's called Every Word. Okay, and the first line actually is. And so here, are we ready to come back? Audience response. Every word.
Every word
In a poem
in a poem
is a poem.
is a poem.
That's why we get paid so much. Now, let's try one time all together. Can we all do it? Here we go. Every word in a poem is a poem. Just a little something for you to take home with you tonight.
Welcome to 370 East 10th Street.
Let's hear it for Rachel. Oops, wrong poem. Oh.
Well,
You want to be over there?
I guess I need my lyrics too.
Feel like hold me.
Okay, I'll just do it my way.
Okay. You take too much of the give and take. You lost a touch of the shake, 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 and that's why I say goodbye. You say I got another girl. I say I got the whole wide world.
That's why.
That's why, that's why, that's why, that's why, why? That's why I say goodbye. You wonder why I don't follow you around. It's not your fault I get lost downtown.
That's why.
That's why. That's why. That's why. That's why.
Why
Say goodbye. You said I won't go on your shopping spree, but the things you wanna buy, I wanna get for free.
That's why.
That's why. That's why. That's why. That's why. That's why I say goodbye. Hey, meet you at the corner of love and hate. Forgetting is fast and I just can't wait. Oh, that's why.
That's why.
Oh, that's why I say goodbye. Here we go.
Oh. You take too much of
Read below the dotted line, only if you dare. It is not part of the poem. Lots of space, lots of words. Lots of words fill up lots of space. Even space between words filled with other words. In other words, as under the wave, the speed bump decays. Whimpering now, bye. What should I twist it? They did the dial. So luminous, voracious, radiant. A chunk of plutonium, a time machine, a past life channeler, a fork bender, a jar of smoke from Dostoevsky's last cigar. Chuck Berry is stuck doing the rooster walk. Abe Lincoln, formerly known as president, walks out on stage with Chuck to wild acclaim. Chuck is shouting something as he does his famous rooster walk. Let's see if we can get a direct feed from his last lungs. This is the birth of rock and roll.
Meet you at the corner of
Love and hate. Forgetting fast and I just can't wait. That's why within the cave of the wave, whose dust are you? Clarity and precision are my lovers too. Say, is that the poem? Billy, 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 Billy. She curled the exclamation into a question and say, that's a poem? Still twisting the dial, still twisting the night away. Lullaby, the world used to be, sure it did. So what? The dusty road settles into itself. Whose dust are you? Say goodbye. World premiere.
So what are you going to do? Can I say that? Sure. Okay, great. Thanks. He's going to be pilot Luke Skywalker for Halloween. Filip Marinovich.
Woo!
Giving away everyone's secrets.
Hi.
Hi.
Spaztameter is my favorite tameter. Poetry is also imagination. Back in the air raid shelter bathtub by my room, the pop-up tornado business, rife with imitators, thrives. Since everything is mimicry again, hoo-hoo, and yippee, buckabo bonzo, alive, the stripped sycamore sings to me in its confinement dialect of climate cries. Step back into the tub naked from the windows covered by cops below. For assassination attempters, real or imaginary, no one knows. Poetry is also imagination. Open Tudor City's existing steel casement windows and let cold September wind blow through your room, dispelling extinct platitudes of hot steam platypus visitation gloom. Poetry is also imagination, red New Jersey Palisade cliff waves. Not just self-help, just justicer, honorable judge self presiding, with gavel punctuation, and approach the bench, mind movie conversation. Poetry is not all help yourself books and free falls through your day planner's inky curlicues, spiders, and miscues. Poetry is also imagination, tyrannical me of surviving infancy. Stop asking me, are you okay? It is not me. It is poetry speaking that is not okay to any state or conscripted breath nation. I don't know if you're okay, Bonzo, but I trust your imagination to spirit you away from all your preconceived and fondled ideas of predestination, and out of the self-help writer's vocation of applying the sponsoring corporate sponsors' salve gels to the asteroid belt of all our current electrical identifications. Poetry is destroying the Confederate college machine in the Sun Belt ahead of the rigged Supreme Court coup d'etat dictator elections. It smarts. On certain occasions of complete uncertainty, it wounds itself into a wound-free existence, which is in existence, except it's alive. It's alive through inheriting poet's nerve wave chart and excruciating spatiotemporal disorientation, enfleshment, dalliance heart, voluntary exile from utility city information. Bonzo, uselessness has uses too, and may bring us closer, even when the map bleeds red and blue exsanguination. And this is a birthday poem I wrote for Sparrow. And it features my new persona, newborn this fall. It's called The Autumn of Indefatigoblin. This is the debut of Indefatigoblin. The Autumn of Indefatigoblin, Canto 2, Can I Go First? Pilgrimage, not pills, though there will often be both. Everything is metaphor, is a metaphornication. Yesterday, 4:55 p.m., depression decisions, block collar, unblock collar, no contact, contact sport, blood sport, Skull Hill flannel gain, Citibank bike highway. Without any foundation to rely on, the ginkgos make a path to strains of harp bath. Musical stairs and camo inns, not ammo inns, but more amour inns. Whoever can't sit down on one of the spiral staircases on wheels when they stop speeding to Swallow and Bat music, shift change, concerto crepuscule, can come over to my place anytime and find one room with a blue bathrobed laugher in it. Go ahead, ask me where I live, how much I make. I'll kiss you anyway. Imagine the consensual generosity. And this in Status City on the Rhineland Hudson, Wall Street wine tasting cliff of breakaway glass for percussion, assemblage, camouflage tents on the wing. Judge Judgy, truth, truth, Judge Judgy, Justice Fudge, decider with budgie, singing, abridging through the proclaimed dividends of ego, Judgy face curmudgy. Two friends outside Grand Central carry a wooden cradle with small wooden rocking horse inside it. A wood-on-wood kind of day. I'd rather go to Central Park, imagine, than hear you recite your complaint compilation today. I'm breaking up with phone, and it takes long. Yellow and brown leaves skating across cobblestone rinks with no center or circumference. Not yet built, but forever on the brink, so they must be streets. but our Central Park pathways falling leaves make, cutting into organization dance with sharp red maple edges, sweeping away broken summer high heels from the 1980s. Wait, what is my mission in New York this year? To teach poets the classics of poetry. Do they want that? And whose classics? You don't know what you want, besides fame, unlimited sex, drugs, and immortality. None of these are available anymore. Were they ever? At the convenient price and pace of everything and no way. You're almost 50 and 1/4 of you already stands spectral on the other shore, wading and wading into the no shore that's not there, and the no shore that's only here. Stuck with here, as John says. A young couple in the ramble says, lumber, something to steal. How did you know? What? Vegas is in the park. The feeling you get in talk, as if you have the next day off. I stay in a windowless basement when I go there. You can steal my money, but I will never give you my time again, ever. Thank you. I'm painting a 2-year month of October. A pop-up book autumn. Scenes from the fall of Herb Grinder. Little cardstock tree houses fall from jangling ramble canopy. Or you can do a timeout in the conversation. When you're talking that long, you can adore not to talk to each other for a while. Yesterday, Dubuffet did the sculpture Earlobe Amassment. Maybe metaphor is just a mistake. You look at something else, so you call it that. Yesterday, 10:03 p.m. The relationship to a squiggly plaster Dubuffet cave when inside it at the Pompidou is enough pomp and circumstance. Even after 12 years, it does a little dance, makes a little love, gets down tonight in your curves right now above yesterday's 0 a.m. The relationship between relationships. Rabbit sees seahorse looking at rabbit, relationshipping and handling. Prehensile thumb assembly required by evolution binders. Regard the impotencies through a microscope of potencies. Because Dan gets up early and starts speaking to his 2 chihuahuas. Rabbit is indicating that Rabbit is aware of being seen. It's just a couple of co-pilot nerds. Co-pilot nerds turning on the movies across the window gap with their nerves. The rose is a boat. The vehicle is cut, and the runaway tenor. The blonde is asleep. He's gotten better at it, closing the curtains fully. Probably because he's seen the co-pilot nerds staring at him. The rose is no boat. The vehicle is cut, and the runaway tenor roars away across Woodshed Lake. What indefatigable is shy of expressing about himself today, 2:43 a.m.? Every time he wants a lover, he's a Cobb salad. He pulls my hair. Ghoster thermidor. Ghoster humidor. Ghoster thermistor. These are examples of unknown verb declensions marching through the door. In our opening cabaret raw grammar, sledge grammar. Roar, ghoster thermidor, eat your poster for ghoster follies, ghosting and ghosted ride, the roller ghoster trolley of the foolish wise. Shambler damages cafe and transit grave. How may I help you? On Tuesday, people carrying name tags around their necks wave them to security guards, hiding in the upper decks of Cloud Baseball Stadium turret neck. You have to meet it, not just pump its arm for gas. The earth passes only long after you pass, and is not called that anymore. Apple Toronto, I'm going to fix it right now at work. East 10th between Green Oasis and today, 3:38 p.m. My friend is here, and so are the Finches. Little yellow chests. Are we preparing for migration? Big blue yes. The evil eye rolls of Soho bounce off me in your glow. Salamander timestamps. While you were reading the King Naval book, while you were away, arrow, Beakway opened. Tickets going fast. I feel like Winter Village getting old. Wreck now Bryant Park lawn skating rink chrysalis. My editor says, my psychoanalyst says, my tax attorney says, my realtor says, my undertaker says. Fill in the blanks with gangplanks and bounce off into pirate threads of discourse heretofore unknown, leaving you prone to dinosaur gore on the music's sword tip. Meanwhile, the neighbor window show fills with performers. Co-pilot nerds, our favorite time of night. Evenings sit side by side at little drawing desks and comment on blinking lights in our tonights and the dark between the flashing. The point is, don't feed your brother's children to your brother. Thank you.
She's going to be a witch for Halloween. Welcome, Karen.
Testing. Can everyone hear me?
Yep.
Okay, probably people have heard about the Elizabeth Street Garden being bulldozed. I don't know if it's already been bulldozed or they're going to.
So you're
But
not
these-
yet.
Oh, I hope not. Okay. But this is a poem ode to all the community gardens in East Village. May they still exist. Community garden number 1. A quiet, protected shelter away from hectic city. The wonders of nature I totally can see. Sweet smelling herbs, breeze blowing through the rustling leaves. Aroma of fresh cut grass fills my senses. Bees buzzing busily. Birds chirping melodically. Calmness totally surrounds me. Community garden number 2. A quiet, protected shelter far away from hectic city where mostly flowers grow tall and pretty. Enjoy a moment of peace and sweet, sweet life, avoiding the daily schedule of noise and strife. My senses enveloped in a protective cocoon will stay here all day till the rise of the moon. Now there's some poems of political significance I'm going to read. COVID-19. Here comes the COVID-19 virus tearing down the road. Guess it really isn't a hoax that Donnie Trump had told. Panicked population descends on grocery store, grabbing everything in sight to save and to hoard. Fear turns rampant as rumors are widespread. Is the whole world's future going to be dead? When will we get it together to save the human race? Stop our destructive behavior and negative waste. Election turmoil. A house divided against itself cannot stand. You fools, see what your actions do to our land? Please, God, we must stand positive and tall, not let negativity cause our downfall. Now is the time for corrective action. Don't support traitor Trump's fascist faction. Engrave vindictive violence, learn behavior. How sad. We must practice compassion, not constantly be mad. The false deadly prophet God appears. Armageddon has come, I fear. What will happen to us if we don't open our eyes to justice, call of action, not just constant sighs? Ever-talking heads seem to accomplish nothing. Change, revolution, solution is a song to sing. My call to action. Wake up, world, before it's too late, when the wrong choice will seal your fate. Democracy versus fascism. What's the solution? Determine the outcome. Peace or revolution. Open your door. Let the light enter your room. Don't let bias or destruction become your doom. Now is the time for positive action to destroy this dangerous political faction. unbalanced, egotistical being, spelled T-R-U-M-P. Nasty and vicious is his facial expression, cold, cynical from years of practice living sessions. Negativity flowing from every pore, circulating his blood more and more. Sick psychological mind beyond repair, temper exploding in violent spasms that I can't bear. Constantly stirring up cauldron of imbalance, intimidating all around, planting poisonous seeds, puffing up his ego at the expense of others. That's his need. He wanting self-pity so much and offering nothing in return as such. Pitiful being, alienating himself from others without reason. Sick, sick man, so full of hate and problems no one could never understand. Should we feel sorry for his kind, who because of an imbalanced mind can cause much happiness to his fellow man? Now, New York, everyone's New Yorkers, I presume, right? Mostly. There's other creatures live among us, like they number more than the millions. Does anyone know what they might be? What was that? Right. Rats. Rats glare at me with sharp, beady eyes, sizing me up on all sides. Millions of them plague New York City. Can't get rid of them. Such a pity, because food and garbage fill the streets, making gourmet feasts for them to eat. Humanity, clear them out, destroy their nests. Let's eliminate this disgusting mess. And they have cousins too, that live in apartments behind walls. Does anyone know what that might be? Roaches? Yeah. Roach horror. I come home late at night, turn on the kitchen light, observe hundreds of roaches scatter, little legs going pitter-patter. They hide under towels in holes and cracks, but can't escape my sudden hand wax. Have many roach traps everywhere that say, stay aware if you dare. Will I ever win this never-ending battle? Uncertainty makes my frayed nerves rattle. Hope one day from this scourge I'll be free, so peace and calmness will envelop me. Thank you.
All right, our next reader is going to be a stale piece of pita bread for Halloween. Give it up for Sparrow.
Thank you for that warm introduction. If only I knew how to do that. I impulsively decided to read. So I'm going to read two poems, and then I'm going to read from my journal. I don't know how many of you realize I'm currently running for president of the United States, but don't vote for me. Try to resist that overwhelming urge. I'm totally into auto-tune. That's why I asked this guy in the next building to turn up his music. This is a poem called Experiment. It was about an experiment that I tried. It's a little bit of a sort of a kind of a poem, almost a scientific poem, you might say. Experiment. It's about the, you know, the book Moby Dick? It's about the book Moby Dick. I don't want to give away the whole poem. Okay. It's called Experiment. I threw Moby Dick in a bathtub. It floats. So I'm following up that scientific poem with this mathematical poem. It's kind of a complex poem, but I think maybe you guys are ready for it. as long as I have that auto-tune behind me. It's called Geometry Lesson. So this is a poem about geometry. It's in a way a kind of didactic poem, you might say. Geometry lesson. Two lines can pretend to be parallel. Okay, so now I've finished the poetry part of my reading. Now I'm going to read from my journal. Remember, I'm running for President of the United States. So I'm keeping a journal. And this is excerpts from the journal that I've written in the last 36 hours. I often forget a hat is on my head, but I never forget I'm wearing a wig. I have a cat box just in case a cat comes to visit. One of my favorite books, The Wisdom of the Taliban. I was at my friend's house today, and I'm going to explain that little entry. And I was looking at her bookshelf, and it's like, was that The Wisdom of the Taliban? That book? I mean, it does not seem. I mean, I know Josie, she probably wouldn't buy The Wisdom of the Taliban. But then, you know, you think about it, they must have some wisdom. I mean, they beat the United States, you know. It's not that easy. I've been trying for decades. Don't report this to the FBI. I have many jobs for which I'm not paid. Or maybe they're just chores. Many great artists had terrible hygiene. And many great hygienists were awful artists. Thank you. You know, I was really surprised that my voice-activated phone knows the word hygienist. In fact, the plural. I guess not that interesting to you, but this is a true story. I'm a morning person, but morning for me starts at 11:03 a.m. And I'm going to read this. I'm going to end with this, believe it or not, even though it's going so well. This was, I wrote a bio for myself, but then I impulsively decided to change it. This was the bio that was going to be for me doing this reading. Sparrow has an uncontrollable love of laundromats. If it were possible, Sparrow would live in a laundromat. Thank you. What are you going to be for Halloween?
Baby.
Phone baby?
Phone baby.
Phone baby. Phone, like the telephone?
Yes.
Okay, great. This is, you know, like a phone, like a telephone. He's going to be a phone baby for Halloween. Please welcome Matthew Proctor.
All right, thank you so much for having me. I'm so honored to be here. Give it up for all the readers so far. I mean, what an incredible day. I'm going to read from my big folio. I've been writing, I'm experimenting with big pages. So I'm going to read from my wild big folio. This is going to go all the way through. It's called Diet Soup. Diet Soup. Late night is dying. The backstage politics, no window, so we're pictured rattled to the wall. His All classes related to the means of production. The surplus value created by the workers increased the profits for the capitalists. The coffee house was away from the royal court. One could distribute flyers and pamphlets and prove themselves by the eloquence of their discourse. Completely populated by white-collar, college-educated, professional managerial class. The uneven decline, they're my bosses now. Turning the lady riding the mass into fundraising corporation. The project doesn't do poetry. You can work there if you write emails. The gamification of obedience, like your life depends on it. Big strutting folio, free education, $65 an hour, but I couldn't take the abuse. They pay me to beat the horse as the microphones feed back. I was shitty at my job to fuck you up and fuck your smooth clout and degrees. Why do you want to write like Whitey? It tastes like oatmeal, which is good, and I eat it every day as it kills me with pesticides all in one sitting. Extravagant space, it's good, it's all beat up, wearing a cable net sweater in the 96-degree heat. A noble worker, IBM dweebs buy and sell us with their thumbs. Can I get a one-word suggestion from the audience? Canceling my live stream, I show Speed lit fireworks in his bedroom. 10 million subscribers. Implement the hands, the body, being able to be unserious. Does your work hurt your body? Mine has for years, in the resistance of the unemployed. Living for the commentary DMs. Fine, I'll get my own. Red Dracula curtains, Ernest P. Worrell movies. What's her opinion on that? Catherine Liu, genius of CUNY Grad Center. The bombing of Sarajevo by NATO. Pallies on the benches out front, shooting the freak at Poetry Lion. Coney Island High on St. Mark's didn't show up to my birthday party. I had to work, begging for money and fried donuts. Bookcases become a homeless shelter at midnight. He's sleeping like he's dead. Bummer of a town. 20 minutes material about eating ass will ruin any social function. The harder the content, producers look away. Maybe if we took a little time scraping by on less than nothing. Elvis Costello is not popular amongst Gen Z, perhaps due to his sexually obsessive, creepy lyrics. The movie was criticized for its extreme violence and controversial language, the degradation of labor and reduction of wages. This is a normal thing to drive a truck and say, watching college football Saturday with Mel Kiper, hyper-exclusivity was an essential part of its appeal. Newness was prerequisite to being taken seriously. Anything normie was ignored. They wanted its fashion, plundering the box against us around the corner at Sweet and Vicious or Ray's. This is an hour-managed wave deal, merry-go-rounding to a rejuvenated paradigm, making you laugh till you cry in Panera Underground at Paramount Plaza. Intense discussions about class within academia. Lacanian drinking Jameson. Ashley shoos me away. You don't need to know about that. Close alone in yellow lamplight at night. Ranch Marcusa dressed mutual appreciation up as a game show. Nice, Simon Cowell, the anti-you're fired. Row, 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 the seaside bar song, living in a surf factory in 1972. Victimization, narrative discourse, more like a graph, scientific, we agree. Preferring the blues harp, chest vest meshing jam, and Delta Little Walter afternoon showers. Jonathan played his 2-year, but nobody made his homecoming. Managing the numbers cleared by the FBI. Can't get to the stage through the people. Scalpel, friendship, mutation, reputation. Criticism in the periodical of the chat or endowment of videos of survivors taking robotic notes. It can sort any object under 5 pounds. James Cameron was at the Titanic in a submarine when 9/11 happened. He didn't find out about it till surfacing weeks later. Moving through esoteric legs of pop culture, communism and fascism become the low side of trauma, lame. You are all in my one-man show, destroying the yeoman farmer of small-town life, listening to your voice all day on the radio, computer, TV, coming from nothing, played a book teller in The Sting. We should have stolen that house from my class enemies, strategizing chessboard real estate, eating ginger cookies. The privileged can trade on their trauma in the content visibility marketplace, incinerated and smashed out of their bodies to dust. Irish firefighters ran up the towers. Donna Summer was a later casualty, dying of stomach cancer she attributed to the tragedy. Traumatized in a situational institution, was once co-chair of Avery Fisher MFA program at Bard. Fuck Ron Silliman, middle management. I'm Team Andrews. Bruce Andrews eating Mexican food with Sally Silvers, corner of 25th and 5th, across from Greenwood Cemetery. You order from Screens. If it's good enough for him, I have steak tacos. The workplace revealing your health. Bosses is what's demanded now. Extracting information from the individual as a form of national security. I'm producing the spectacle of me for consumption. Perform trauma to inform pedagogy in the Church of Tenure. Vampire Weekend aspirational soundtrack, bourgeois East Coast dark academia boarding school core. Fuck their music ripping off African musicians. Not even middle-aged yuppie white guys ripping off African musicians. I have a friend from Mali. You can hear them across the lake in the last golden days of summer, from Nomadland to white noise. MBAs streamline IP factories, enacting the new tolerant, curated diversity and pluralism. Other poets are not the enemy. I look young there in my puffy eyes in Walt Whitman's birthplace. Is Springsteen the descendant of William Carlos Williams? Brothers Under the Bridge. I wanted to sing Jersey karaoke when I first came to pianos. The Bada Bing was as much to me as Bad Boy Entertainment or The Apprentice and Millennial NYC bro hagiography. We didn't go there but drive through, me and Wayne on the 4th of July. In love, but it's already way too late. Plot-driven eye garbage. Don't want to make a fascist boot. Big Blue Jay comp sheet and the fake book, 1,200 songs before it becomes unprofitable. In 1972, American products got lighter than what we imported. The ancillary markets are where it's at. Adorno's There's No Good Art in a Bad World. Seamless consolidation. PP Inc. Hustling art to pay for my body. What circumstances are the twisters spinning reduced to notation? Let's see, Where's Waldo? Rock band concert venue in your living room video game live stream. Steven Spielberg plays the newest first-person shooter with his son Max. So fast you don't even know what happened. We had to do one take because we couldn't afford more. Activities of sadness. Corner of the year like the edge of a table, down the long lonely corridor to 40. My 30s cratered, were blown open by karmic retribution. It almost never happened by the end. Riding New York City stages in person these 10 years, my life was the story, was the work, was the art, was the glory. Prancing and hoofing, an invention of my heroes, pinched a nerve on Percocet, addicted like the greats. Get the hell out of my way, here comes me. One of our best cinephile students drove his style away, as far as possible to differentiate. The curriculum was breaking down, sucking vape. We all came out of it android, part robo, part bio, sharing at my lungs like all that's left. You can tell a Larry episode, more from there to try to arrive. Bulimic neurophagia in autumn on Long Island, Coors phone with Dad, Jose Quintero, Garrett Lansing, John Mahoney. Effect that they read theory as luxury brand, cross-referenced by prestigious art degrees. I live in the theory, changing the lines as fish into a whirlpool of roulette scrutiny. One person in my class ran a video store. Dean Stockwell attended poetry readings as a child actor. No one owns the moving image on Napster, on LimeWire, on Pirate Bay. There's no formal integrity to the format, creating an enclosure where one didn't exist. Somebody mentions Mr. Based, I Into the City. She asked me if she can get me anything. Take the L, not playing in-group, out-group, but you have to cut string theory, draining power from my left hand, knee, and stabbing foot, interpreting the Bible for the divine rule of kings who are not literate from a warlike class, making peace with the church, watched all your YouTube videos, now debauchery's vlogging. I love Kesha jump scare comments on last night's monologue, which was focused and inspired for the occasion. I should have just paid for it. Can I get you to feel sorry for me? Man yelling on the train in a scary way at 2:30 a.m. and 2 segments running every 30 minutes from the Atlantic Barclays after 11 p.m. Saying goodbye to Franz in the Equinox corner. Suddenly my disadvantage is my strength, which explains what's been going on the whole time. They want to monopolize the language of social change, writing through the entrance exam. Ethical consumption thinks it's on the side of progress. Giorgio Rosa DMs he's concerned Billy Pedlo has been using anti-Semitic dog whistles. I limit myself down to one person in movies. Intelligence services trained at Yale, modeling what nuclear winter would look like. need a lot of credentialed elites to manage those budgets. Her cognitive production interfered with the baud rate. 6 for 6, 3 home runs, 2 doubles, 6 runs, 10 RBIs to join the 50-50. It looks nice, but I want it to look like something else. Doing our work in the bowels of the Bowery like Jimmy Durante and Coney Island. Jump cuts are your friend. Upper middle class homeowners, white collar managerial class, getting his hospitality degree with my wife and child. Your lives are neoliberal multiculturalism. They built ugly empty condos for rich people asset liquidation in front of the Empire State Building in the period immediately during the war. How is there no place to live all of a sudden? Distribute the shrinking pie. Get students hooked on debt because we spend more than we make based on how rich we'll be in the future. The novelty has worn off and public opinion has turned against us, but not for my friends who moved away from New York, who will always be my friends. What time will I go to sleep? Wild large pages for my next book. Never got better at talking to people. They're talking to paper. It's their position. Live at Max's Kansas City, 1973. It's too expensive for them to live there, talking about film. Concierge of the scene, transporting back to 1912. Stayed at the same hotel where they filmed The Shining, mashing techniques, adopting chops like Liberace Philip Glass. We'll let the night go on all night long. Trust that you know when to stop. Thank you. I've got zines. If anybody wants zines, I've got zines. Thank you.
What will Peg be proud of?
Oh, yeah. So we'll go up next. Bob will introduce. Then Truffles after.
Thank you, Matthew. Thank you, Matthew.
Thank you.
Sorry to interrupt over there.
Okay.
Now, it's time for the annual appearance of Peg. Peg is a band that this Halloween will be dressed as that Moby Dick in the bathtub that you'll recall from a previous poem, if you recall it from a previous poem. So this duo, well known for explaining themselves, needs no introduction, and therefore I've been called upon to continue this introduction as long as Sparrow is bowing to his mishigas there. By the way, if anybody has any shoes for Sparrow, keep them.
Stand here. Okay. I'd like it with them.
This is our song. It's called Nobody's Fault.
I forgive this parking lot for being full. I forgive the cars for all being blue. I forgive you for being annoyed in the seat next to me. It's nobody's fault. It's nobody's fault.
I forgive everyone for hating this song. I forgive myself for singing this song. I forgive the Beatles for being smug. It's nobody's fault. It's nobody's fault.
I bought you an umbrella, then you bought me an umbrella, then I bought you an umbrella, then you bought me an umbrella. It's nobody's fault. It's nobody's fault.
Tom Cruise is my hero. I don't exactly like him, but he's my hero. Who's your hero? It's nobody's fault. It's nobody's fault.
Monday is January, Tuesday is February, Wednesday is March, Thursday is April. It's nobody's fault. It's nobody's fault.
Friday is May, Saturday is June, Sunday is July, Monday is January again. It's nobody's fault. It's nobody's fault.
Speaking of Moby Dick, last year we did set Moby Dick to music. Do you remember?
Oh, that's right.
Like,
Yeah.
Call me Ishmael, some years ago.
Oh, yeah. Okay, this is our other big hit. It's called Jump on Your Money. We're going to do it a cappella, I think. Can you sing it together?
Yeah.
Okay. I took out my money and lay it on the ground.
Put on some music and I jumped up and down. Took out my money and lay it on the ground.
Put on some music and I jumped up and down. Jump on your money, jump on my money. Jump on your money all afternoon. Jump on my money, jump on my money. Jumped on my money all afternoon. Then I took my money off of the ground. Put it in my wallet and went into town. Take out your money and put it on the floor. Jump up and down, that's what money's for. Jump on your money, jump on your money. Jump on your money all afternoon. Jump on your money, jump on your money. Jump on your money all afternoon. Ocarina solo.
Don't be afraid,
No one can tell. They can't see your footprints on their dollar bills. Jump on George Washington, jump on Jefferson. Jump on Ben Franklin and James Madison. Jump on your money, jump on your money. Jump on your money all afternoon. Jump on your money, jump on your money. Jump on your money all afternoon. So, let me see. Oh, yeah. So, oh, yeah.
That was great. Thank you. Is Truffles playing?
Yeah, I think they're up next. It's probably just those that they want to be for Halloween.
So now can you introduce Truffles?
Yeah.
We're going to be for overturned
All right, I think we're ready. For Halloween, they're going to be an overturned yarmulke. Give it up for Truffles, everybody. Give it up for Truffles.
Sparrow. I'll sit.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever's easier for you.
Oh my God, it's gonna come right.
Permanent text, you're a 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 permanent text,
And then Bob will do his song. Is this? No, this isn't. Maybe I'll sing it.
This work, that will
Nothing's
get you up
working.
on the other one, Sparrow. He'll get you up on
He's working. Thank you, thank you. This is working? Yeah?
Yes.
Okay, great. So first we're going to do a song that I'd like to over-explain this song. It's a situation like this. You know how in your apartment you have a drawer, and in the drawer you have extra money. That way, you can't spend all your money because even if you spend all your money, you can still go home to the apartment and there's extra money there. You understand what I'm saying?
Of course.
This is a song about that. It's called, well, let's call it Money in the Drawer. And it's going to have a moving harmonica solo by Josie Oppenheim, PhD. You can't spend all your money at once because some of it's in the drawer. Thank God you have that money in the drawer. Thank God you have that money. You're not completely poor. You will still endure. Your shirts still have collars. Your drawer still has dollars. You're not completely poor. You will still endure. Your shirts still have collars. Your drawer still has dollars. Dollars in the drawer. You can't spend all your money at once. Woo!
Do you want any solos?
Oh, yeah, there's a solo. Good, no, it's 3/4. Okay, we'll start off. You come in at the chorus, which is at the beginning.
Introduce it?
No, I want to introduce it musically. We're really cutting to the chase here. Yes. All right. Levitating in Levittown. Here we go. How do we go? Start with a Bloody Virgin Mary and a Frischo's hose. Breakfast with champions and a Holy Ghost. A holy guacamole and a palpable rose. Get on your knees or your disease can be diagnosed. Levitating in Levittown. All the gurus are getting down. I got mighty holy high from a roly-poly. Holy gonna save you your soul. They're gonna steal your dough.
Yeah.
Don't slosh it with the Sherpas to some Himalayan heights. Visit our heavy-hitting Tibetan. His third eye's out of sight. Be careful you're not blinded by his clear white light. Honor to the absolute. The price is right. Oh, levitating in Levittown. All the gurus are getting down. Got a mighty holy high from a roly-poly holy. Gonna save your soul. They're gonna steal your dough.
Woo!
Brethren and sister, you only live once. Just any type of chorus. Oh yeah. Brethren and sister, you only live once, so why not make it forever? Yes, it's always Sunday at the Levittown Holy Hallelujah Rock and Roll and Revival Cathedral Spa. Thrilled to personal appearances by the 3 Kings, the 10 Commandments, the 12 Apostles, the 2,486 Bodhisattvas, and for one night only, the 9 billion names of God. Levitating in Levittown, all the gurus are getting down. Get a mighty holy high from a roly-poly holy. Gonna save your soul, he gonna steal your dough. Ocarina solo. Act now and receive absolutely free, $25.95 postage and handling, a rare psychedelic relic, a genuine plastic splinter from the cross. You'll also receive, I need some of that reverb, Dougie. You'll also receive a thrilling 3D Holy Winking hologram of the Lord, autograph only $10.95 extra. As an added bonus, we'll include the amazing resurrection plant. You can't kill it, no matter how hard you try. And for a limited time only, Reader's Digest Condensed Books presents in 50 pages or less, the Bible! Levittown, all the gurus are getting down. They're gonna save your soul. Rev it up, reverence, saving your soul has never been so goddamn much fun. And remember, it's never too late to start all over. It's Soul-O-Matic time. A chance like this may not come along for another 2,000 years. So bring the whole family and slouch on down towards Levittown. Amen. Hey, women. 1, 2, 3, hey! Levitating in Levittown. All the gurus are getting down. In a mighty holy high. Holy, holy, gonna save your soul. Gonna save you. Gotta rock and roll it, holy rollin', revive. Gotta rock and roll it, holy rollin', revive. Gotta rock and roll it, rollin', revive. Gotta rock and roll, levitating. Whoa.
Woo!
Do the orange, Joseph.
No, that's very sweet. I just wrote it. Do it? I don't know. Okay.
fine. I got a fine.
I thought it was pretty acid rock myself.
We're going to do another song for you very soon. Having a few non-technical sort of irrational yet somehow incomplete problems here. But pretty soon, we're Truffles. You can always count on us.
If I could briefly interject for a moment, we have pizza and cake over here, free for everyone.
Wow. Yes.
Let's hear it for the pizza and cake. Not only do you
I've heard all day.
get a free show, you get fed. You sort of owe us money, really, at the end of the show.
There's no melody to this, but I'm going to sort of pretend. It's a pretend.
There is rhythm.
There's rhythm.
How much chords?
I don't know. Is there chords?
I don't know. You wrote it.
Yeah, but I didn't make chords. Okay.
You could have some discords.
This poem is called Heart of Orange. So it goes something like this. Leonard Bernstein says the truth, and here it is, the truth. The most sophisticated music comes from the people, yeah, from the people. Yeah, from the people, yeah, from folk music. Is Truffles folk music? Are we folk? We don't know why we do what we do. Fun but not easy, refusing to plan. Cause we're not queasy, seeking a measly rhyme for orange. We don't think it's strange that we come up with grunge, expunge, and plunge. But don't quite ever think of orangutan. Keep me from the real. What has happened? What had happened? We're in a garden. Keep me from the real. I speak to you, keeper of the real. Shut me out. I won't pout. I'll never doubt that you have me in your rhymeless, timeless heart of orange.
That's right. Orange.
Yeah.
You shouldn't cake for Sparrow if you don't do
Okay, sure.
cake and pizza's going to be all gone if we do it now.
This is a song called Stress Test. It's all about modern life. I'm under a lot of stress.
He's under a lot
I'm really a total mess.
Total mess.
I wish my stress was less, but it is more. Each time I open a door, I silently implore.
Here we go.
Oh Lord, remove my stress.
Take it away.
Instead of cursing me, bless.
Yeah.
You can't even guess.
Take it away.
Though I'm wearing a dress,
Take it away.
I'm under a lot of stress. Can't concentrate, can't play chess. I wish my stress was less, but it is more. Each time I open a drawer, I don't know what's in store. This is the worst trip I've ever been on. A lot of stress. I feel no happiness. I wish my stress was less, but it is abundant. This verse is redundant. I am recumbent.
Take it away.
If I were president, I'd be the incumbent. That's why I'm under a lot of stress.
Stress.
World premiere. So now we'll do Yellow Glasses.
I guess. And you do Yellow Glasses?
Yeah. So our last song will be a song. Well, Josie will introduce
I'll
it.
intro. Okay, so this is a song that I wrote before AI swooped down and terrorized us. But it's kind of about that, nevertheless. It was a prescient song. It's about Luddites. Everybody know what that is? Luddite. Okay.
Can a Luddite wear glasses?
Who doesn't love the word Luddite?
Can a Luddite wear glasses?
Who doesn't love the word Luddite? Yellow glasses are beautiful, and so are the words yellow glasses. Do you think I mean yellow goblets or yellow chalices? No, I mean yellow frames of yellow glasses. Can a Luddite wear glasses?
glasses accompany me to the store, to the store. Yellow glasses accompany me to the Apple store, the Apple store. Do you believe when I say Apple store that I'm describing a store that sells apples? Or are you here with me in this time of dusk, between everything and end of times? Can a Luddite wear glasses? Who doesn't love the word Luddite? Can a Luddite wear glasses? Who doesn't love the word Luddite?
How could people see back in the 13th century, before they invented glasses? Oh, did they stumble around, or were they more tuned into sound? Oh, Lord, give us glasses.
Do yellow glasses that fix all of me, my vision and my visage? Are they wrong for me to wear? Can a Luddite wear glasses? Who doesn't love the word Luddite? Who doesn't love the word Luddite? Can
Thank you. So I just remembered at the beginning of this reading, I promised that at the end we would discuss what was the secret message hidden in all these poems and songs. So I'm ready to for the group discussion. I'm going to start calling on people to volunteer.
What's the secret message?
Matthew? I know you're taping.
The secret message
maybe
is
vaping?
vaping is the secret
Yeah.
message. I just learned so much. I mean, there's so much we learned.
Speak up.
We learned so much. We
Here,
learned.
come up.
Yeah, we need you here.
I love how he leaps on the stage. He's really like 50 years younger than the rest of us.
I mean, we learned so much, didn't we? I mean, Philip had so much to say, and I loved the rhyming poems. I loved the group singing. The harmonies were fantastic.
Really?
I thought so. I thought, yeah, I thought you guys were really on it. It was really nice. And
Keep talking.
well, at certain points, I feel like it. At certain points, I feel like it kind of locked into like this golden ratio, and I was really transported. And the thing about 9/11, how it's exactly like 9/11. That's like the thing that kind of is reverberating. How it's like a perfect day, and like I'm just honored to be here. I thank you for inviting me, because I look up to you all so much, and this is like the food for thought that I'm looking for in my life, to hear these. I mean, that was hilarious and brilliant.
Yeah.
Without trying to be funny, really.
Yeah.
It wasn't like some put upon comedy thing. It was like, just like there was just so much density. I mean, Filip, I don't even know how he did it. It was just so hilariously funny and profound, and all of it, really.
Yeah, let's hear it for Matthew.
I think he really got it.
Yeah, the golden ratio plus 9/11, it might be the answer. But I'd like to thank you all for coming, eating pizza. It was very pleasurable to watch you all eat pizza. You don't know what it looks like being a mother, an Italian mother. I'm gonna never stop talking into this microphone, so just leave whenever you're ready. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, Bob.
Thank you.
I know. Next time.